Hey there, BKFC fight fans. Look who I have in the house after the weigh-ins. BKFC ring announcer Jeff Houston. How are you today, Jeff?
Oh, Susan, it is always a pleasure when I get an opportunity to share the camera and the microphone with you. I'm doing fantastic.
I pay him to say that, by the way, fight fans.
She does.
So we've got a big card going down tomorrow night. What are some of the must-see fights on the card, do you think?
Every single one of them. This is BKFC 13 live, Salina, Kansas, at the Tony's Pizza Event Center. It's a fantastic stacked fight card, as it always is. Everybody's looking forward, of course, to the main event. Joey Beltran, Marcel Stamps for the BKFC World Heavyweight Championship and the Police Gazette Diamond World Bare Knuckle Heavyweight Championship. That's a long one right there. I almost get winded when I announce it. But of course, I'm looking forward to Dave Rickles and Cliff Wright, two Bellator veterans that are looking to tear it up. And you know, Susan, for a fact that Dave has been foaming at the mouth for an opportunity at BKFC, and that is finally coming to fruition. And of course, I definitely want to see the 2016 Olympic bronze medalist Nico Hernandez toe the line against Chancey Wilson. That was supposed to have happened in March, and now we're finally going to see that fight come to fruition.
Speaking of that, that was going to be my next question. You know, we were supposed to be here in March, but due to COVID, unfortunately, everything in the world has changed. You've been behind the scenes a few more hours than I have. What is the sort of mode or feeling with some of the fighters that they're finally now getting a chance to fight in Kansas, not in Wichita and Salina, but in Kansas?
The mood is jubilant. I swear, everybody is so incredibly happy that they finally have this opportunity, because I believe that the fighters, when they come to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, and they, from what they've seen, from what they've read, from what they've heard, everything comes to that fruition, and they are so incredibly excited and happy, and they realize that this is something big. And you know that, Susan. You've been around the business just like I have, and you've seen it from every single angle. This is something big.
Not as long as him. He's much more experienced than me, by the way, fight fans. By the way, you know, many people don't know what goes on behind the scenes. There's a whole team of people behind the scenes that put this fight together, from the production people to the audio people to the catering people, Nate Shook, the matchmaker. So many people to make this fight come off. How do you prepare for your job? Because you make it look so relaxed as ring announcer.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm so relaxed, is because I don't prepare. There are many ring announcers, you know, they have their strategies, they have their rituals and such, their warm-up rituals. I don't have that. I've been doing this for 17 years, and to me, it's just like breathing as of right now. So when I get to the venue, I soak it all in. But as far as preparation, voice preparation, vocal testing, training, whatever, I don't do a single thing. I get in there and I give it my all.
How did you get involved in this sport then as an announcer?
Well, you know, I had started off as an independent professional ring announcer, getting my ass kicked every single day, you know, for very little, next to no money, but that's how a lot of us start. And in about 2006, I started doing MMA and boxing, and that's where I really started finding my love and what I really, truly love to do. And then I was so fortunate in 2018 to come across Mr. Dave Feldman. Sean Wheelock got the hookup for BKFC. That's one of my best friends in the game. And I got to be a part of something from the ground floor that is absolutely taking the world by storm.
Why do you think bare knuckle is so popular?
Because it is the purest form of combat sports on planet Earth today. It is two men or two women standing in front of each other, not backing up into their respective corners, but they are looking each other dead in the eye. And when you hear that all too wonderful sounds from the referee, knuckle up, Susan, it doesn't get any better than that. But I know that there's somewhat of an aesthetic stigma. And I think once people get past that and they realize that cuts and blood are not worse than bruising the brain basket, they're taking less shots. They're being very strategical about this, even though that it is a fight. I'm not going to announce it for what it isn't. This is not a contest. This is not a bout. This is a fight.
What do you think about preparation and strategy, since you've covered both MMA and bare knuckle? How would you compare the two sports?
The most important thing, I think, especially when it comes to the success of bare knuckle fighters, is to put your foot on the gas. You have to have a fast, in-your-face pace. If you've seen the majority of our champions and the majority of our successful, undefeated bare knuckle fighters, it's because they push that feverish pace. And you can't necessarily get away with that in boxing and MMA. It's a little bit more strategical about maybe having them come to you. That's not the case in bare knuckle. You got to get in each other's face and get the blood all over the place.
Moving forward, who are you most looking forward to? We have so many great fighters coming up on the card. PVZ, a lot of other great people coming up. There's the Toe the Line series. Is there any particular fight that you're looking forward to?
Fight, I can't say off the top of my head because there's just so many that I am in love with. I'm so excited about Paige Van Zandt, but the one that I'm really excited about seeing is a fighter that I've been following for a long time, and he's finally crossing the pond, going to join us pretty soon. And I believe he is probably going to own the division, whichever division he decides to insert himself into. And I'm talking about the amazing Tyler Goodjohn. Has some of the most unique head movement that I've ever seen a bare knuckle fighter have. It's on a swivel, and I've never seen anybody fight like he does. I'm so excited for Tyler Goodjohn.
I'm also, besides Tyler Goodjohn, I'm also excited for Mark Godbeer. I've been following him for a while. Actually, we have some video of him from Valor, and I just feel it's so refreshing that bare knuckle originated actually in England and actually Ireland, because it came back to Boston with John Sullivan. I find it so refreshing. I feel so grateful that we have an opportunity to interview the people that started it over here in the U.S. What are your thoughts on that?
It's incredible because we really have the unique opportunity of being the very first legal, well, not the first legal, because there was bare knuckle fighting on Native American reservations and lands and casinos and such. So therefore, bare knuckle has been in here, but it was not backed by state athletic commissions. So June the 2nd, 2018 was the first ever in American history state-sanctioned bare knuckle fighting event. And I think because the fact that we have put our foot on the gas and we are the first, and in my opinion, definitely the best. I mean, look, we already have a feeder league in the form of Toe the Line Fight Series, giving the next generation an opportunity to step up and stake their claim in BKFC. So how could you not be excited? I am so excited. I don't need this Tiger Life, but let me tell you something. I love it. Tiger Life, the cleaner energy drink, I'll tell you, this is like energy water. It's good stuff, but as you know, Susan, I don't need it, but I love it.
Before we go today, I want to thank Jeff Houston for this interview. And is there anything else you want to add today, Mr. Live Worldwide?
Oh, man, not too many people say it as sweetly as you do. I love that one. Dulcet tones from Susan. I just want everybody to check out the Bare Knuckle TV app. That's the best way. It is the best deal going down in the world, bar none, when it comes to combat sports. $3.99 a month for all the bare knuckle reckless abandonment that you could possibly want. BareKnuckle.tv. Download it. There is a startup fee of $9.99, a one-time startup fee, and then it's $3.99 a month continuous for all the pay-per-views. You get to watch all the libraries of everything that we've done from BKFC 1 leading up all the way to tomorrow, BKFC 13. Like I said, most exciting combat sport in the world. I'm all over the world in other different promotions as well. You know, I spent a lot of time in Korea. I spent a lot of time in Russia. But when it comes to a true home, it's right here in BKFC.
It's been too long since we've done an interview. I want to invite my fight fans to leave a comment below so next time we can read your name and ask your questions to Jeff Houston. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. See you next time.